line right now.
Didn't play a lot in high school, had trouble with his grades, had his eligibility, cost him a couple of years, but boy, once he turned things around and got going academically, played in his senior year, then to junior college, then UAB, then to Michigan, and next stop is the pros. He is a talent. Maliq Brown into the game for Duke.
Good job by Roddy Gale Jr. to stay down in that shot fake. He stays down in a stance, plays low.
Got to deal with Boozer right now. Almost took it away from him. Boozer to Brown for the flush.
Boy, Gale knocks the ball away, but Boozer gets it back, and what a pass to Maliq Brown. And that's one of the reasons Maliq Brown shoots like 70% from the field. And played so consistently. I mean, Cameron Boozer's worst game, his worst, is 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Right. Lendeborg open, hits the three. His shot is getting better. He is not a dead-eye knockdown shooter at this point, but he is a threat out there, and he puts Michigan back on top.
That was just a roll replace action. You're worried about a Mara rolling to the basket. He just replaces out top for that shot.
So Mara back in, and Morez Johnson Jr. has gone to the bench. Brown off to Evans, averaging almost 20 a game over his last 3. Brown will try a 3, and it's rounded out to Lendeborg.
I think that was smart of Mara to just park in the middle of the lane. You don't mind daring Maliq Brown to take that shot.
Here's a hot hand lately for the Wolverines. Sophomore L.J. Kaysen, who's been on a roll in recent games.
His last 3 games, 14 points a game, 13 of 19 from the floor, and he knocks down his first in this one.
How about Michigan? 7 for 9 from the floor. Cameron Boozer with a basket at the other end.
He went right into the body of Mara. That takes away his shot blocking ability.
Mismatch inside. Lendeborg scores again.
And how about his strength going to the other side of the rim? He had Caden Boozer on him. He just locked him down in front of him.
Boy, there are some great individual players, some great matchups in this one.
Well, Duke's got to be able to attack some of these switches. You're going to get some matchups that may be in your favor.
Boozer misses the 3. Mara the rebound. And look at the long outlet. Swatted out of bounds by Cam Boozer. Still Michigan ball.
Take a look at Mara setting the screen, and then as he rolls, Yaxel Lendeborg replaces out top, and then just getting the mismatch and no pressure on L.J. Kaysen. He's just able to see over the top. Caden Boozer trying to sit on the legs of Yaxel Lendeborg, but he's just too strong.
Lendeborg already has 12 points in this game, 12 of Michigan's 19. Kaysen, lob. Mara couldn't come down with it, but it just reduces the number of combinations that Dusty May could use, and we'll see if he leaves Mara on the bench for the rest of the half and leaves Johnson and Lendeborg in there for the rest of the half.
Well, he is so good with that. His hands, Maliq Brown's, are spectacular getting steals and deflections.
He has the #1 steal percentage in the ACC. Boozer, Foster. Kaysen on him, now Cam Boozer, 10 to shoot. Spinning into the paint, kicks it to Foster. Got it!
Boy, what a play and what a find by Cameron Boozer after spinning. Could still keep his poise and find Caleb Foster for that 3.
And it's all tied up at 19, just over 7 minutes into this one. Johnson one-on-one with Boozer. 2 physical, strong guys. Johnson lays it in.
Boy, what a drop step by Morez Johnson Jr. He has had a spectacular year. 70% from 2. And he leads the Big Ten in field goal percentage at 67% overall.
He doesn't get quite the attention that some of his teammates get, but he deserves all he's getting and more. He's a big part of their success. Foster open, got another one.
Boy, what a jab step. That jab step threw Roddy Gale Jr. to his left and opened up that shot.
Lendeborg, Gale a little short, but look at Johnson flying in. Lendeborg down to the court, and a travel is the call on Yaxel Lendeborg to give it to Duke. Boy, that ball hits the deck tonight, Mr. Billis. You best be getting after it.
And everybody is. And I'm not sure about that one, but you like seeing the players get down on the floor for the ball. First to the floor in this type of game could win the game.
Duke by 1. Foster's been hot. Can't finish it with the left. And it is out of bounds to...
Oh, she's here tonight, which has been a rare occasion this season because she was recently diagnosed with cancer, just finished up a round of chemotherapy, so she was able to make it today. Talked to her before the game. She said, what a dream this has been to watch his potential, put in the work, and see all of this pay off, Dan.
Chris, thank you. What a touching story on a number of levels. We send our very best to Yaxel's mom, and boy, he talks about her in such glowing terms about how she turned his life around as Gungba comes up with a block.
Patrick Gungba does such a great job of protecting the rim for Duke. Had his best game, I thought, against that great front line of Florida. He had 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 5 blocks against the Gators.
John Shire will tell you he does so many things for this team, whether it's a block, pick and roll, defense, passing. There's a hard foul. Sometimes they have both of them in there, and they can withstand a little bit of foul trouble.
And Caden Boozer has played his best basketball the last 2 games. In his last 2 games, he's had 12 points in each game, and he's 10 of 14 from the field over that stretch.
Still a 1-point lead for Duke. Gungba trying to back down Johnson. Can't do it. A lot of traffic, and he turned it over.
Just too many dribbles against this Michigan defense.
The freshman, Trey McKinney, a little strong on the 3. Kept alive by Will.
Staggered screens on both sides of the floor, and then a fade screen for Cheddar. Cheddar can shoot it, but he turned it over.
Cheddar, the 9th man in a 9-man rotation for Dusty May, and boy, does he have great depth, bringing guys like McKinney and Gale and Kaysen off the bench. Duke also goes 9 deep generally. Darren Harris sometimes will play, sometimes won't for John Shire. Cameron to Boozer. Look at how physical and determined he is getting to the glass.
Boozer set a hard screen. Michigan switched, and he could take on a guard, McKinney, up at the top.
And his dad, Carlos, sitting just a few feet away from us, loving what he is seeing again tonight from both of his sons, in Cameron and Caden.
Now, Carlos Boozer bullied a few guys in his career.
Mara the kick.
Good fake.
Boozer has to switch on to McKinney. He'll hoist, can't hit. Boozer the rebound. You wonder how anybody sees anything when Amara comes out to defend them with that length.
I'm not sure I would have set that screen if I were Boozer. That allowed the switch to get a big guy back on him. Cadeau was guarding him. He should have taken him down into the post.
Dame Sarr will miss a 3, and did Mara just pick up his 3rd?
The rest of the group has to lean in. I will need you in the second half.
He will now definitely have to sit for the final 7 minutes of the first half. Nearly turned over, and now it is.
Great hands by Yaxel Lindeborg. So many good defensive players on this Michigan team. They're an excellent team defensive team, but they've got good individual defenders as well.
And again, per KenPom, Michigan #1 in the nation in defensive efficiency. Duke #2. How about the second no-look pass from the wing, to the wing rather, from Cadeau to Lindeborg, but this time Lindeborg couldn't hit it.
And Duke had really good box outs. Their guards are getting down to rebound, help the big guys out.
Foster the pull-up, too strong. Cadeau, a couple of years with North Carolina, transferring this year to Michigan. And this is what he is doing much better. He is a 40% three-point shooter. Couldn't hit that one, and this game's still tied.
He's missed all 3 of his attempts in this one.
Boozer. And a foul as clinch a share of the 5th straight SEC regular season title. Sarr on Cadeau again. Now Boozer switches out.
Michigan's got to get the ball into the paint. They can't settle for perimeter shots.
Cadeau Roddy Gale Jr. shut off on the baseline, and a foul is called.
Screen fade action. There wasn't as much movement by Michigan. If you're going to try to drive a set defense, it's going to be tough.
Amenia misses the front end of a 1-and-1.
Michigan needs to play more to the second and third action in a possession.
Johnson the handoff to Cadeau. Lots of time. Back to Johnson. Whoa! Get out of his way!
To make a fist and any strength in his hand, you can see the athletic trainer putting a heating pad on it.
Chris, thank you. Another missed free throw by the Blue Devils. Michigan with the ball in a 1-point lead. Kaysen at the point.
Dame Sarr guarding at the point of attack. He's got great feet and terrific length.
Duke has been an outstanding defensive team. Their last 10 games allowing just 58 points per game. Sarr a big part of that. Kaysen cannot shake Amenia. Still going, and somehow gets it to go.
Well, as soon as LJ Kaysen saw Amenia switch on him, he was going to take that on.
Kaysen a great game at Mackey on Tuesday night in a win over Purdue. 13 points in less than 18 minutes of action. Foster, floater, no.
And there's the rip and run. Take the rebound and take it all the way.
And draw the foul. And a few of them walk by us just before the game. Sion James, Con Knipple, Kobe White, P.J. Hall, and others in town to take on the Wizards. One of two for Gungba. Duke by 3. And Cadeau just a little stop and start. And Dame Sarr is called for the foul.
Sarr with a little grab with that left arm. And Cadeau didn't score in the first half, but he did have 5 assists without a turnover.
There have been some games where he's been much more of a distributor. Some games where they've needed his shooting. Into Johnson. Keeps the dribble alive. Blocked from behind. Sarr's got it.
A good challenge at the rim by Cameron Boozer. Morez Johnson Jr. just mishandled that ball. Otherwise, he might have had an easy bucket.
Maliq Brown off the fingertips of Gale, out of bounds, still Duke ball. So Brown into the game early in the second half as Gungba has gone to the bench.
Lendeborg matching up with Cam Boozer.
Pick and roll, now Gale on him. Boozer behind the back. Nice pass.
Dame Sarr just snuck behind the defense. Everybody worried about Boozer. He just snuck behind, and Boozer found him. That's his 5th assist of the game.
And it's also the largest lead of the night now for Duke. Lendeborg trying to answer, spins, and will head to the line. Lendeborg being their all-round best player. That man is coaching the #1 team in the nation right now, but they are down 3 in this one.
Lendeborg was the biggest prize I felt in the transfer portal last year out of UAB.
Boozer surrounded. Finds Evans. Evans driving, and Morez Johnson Jr. is having none of it.
Boy, Cadeau kept his chest in front of Isaiah Evans, and slowing him down, that allowed Morez Johnson Jr. to recover and block that shot. And he blocked it 50 feet.
Again, Boozer and Lendeborg. Brown the screen.
Got the switch. Evans
the 3. Yes!
Boy, after Maliq Brown rolls, Evans just goes underneath him. That causes a lot of confusion for the defense, and he doesn't need much time at all when he catches. That was gone quick.
Evans 12 for 21 from 3 his last 3 games. That's his second made 3 here tonight. A foul on Caleb Foster.
Now Maliq Brown sets a ball screen here, and as he rolls off it, watch Evans right along the right side. He rolls right underneath. And Lendeborg has to switch off, just can't recover in time, as Evans was just so quick on that release.
No look pass, Lendeborg to Cadeau, now Gale. Johnson, one-on-one with Boozer. Up, no good. And down with it is Brown for Duke.
Boy, Duke's defensive rebounding has been excellent.
Foster now playing with 3 fouls. Evans feeling it. Misses the corner 3.
Heck of a blockout by Marez Johnson Jr. on Maliq Brown.
And Lendeborg for the second time tonight driving right into the chest of Cam Boozer to draw a foul.
Boy, how do you stop that when he's going downhill? It's like trying to stop a Brinks truck.
The second on Boozer. Non-shooting foul. Michigan just 2 points in the first 3 minutes of the second half. Johnson for 3. His 6th of the season.
Yeah, he doesn't take many of them, just shoots about 33%. But didn't hesitate on that one.
They needed that. Michigan back within 3. And contact away from the ball underneath. A foul on Michigan.
Looks like Cadeau. Marez Johnson Jr. Maliq Brown was just daring him to shoot that, and he took him up on it.
And you're right, it was Cadeau, just his first. Again, Boozer isolated on Lendeborg. Does not try to drive him. Evans back to Boozer. Kick to Foster. Lendeborg the rebound. Cadeau went flying and was looking for a foul call.
They got pushed from behind by Dame Sarr.
Lendeborg behind the screen. Kept alive by Gale, but only momentarily. It's back to Duke. And so far, Jay, the second half has been much like the first half was. Hard fought, intense. But right now, both of these teams getting it done more at the defensive end than they are at the offensive end.
Well, the 2 best defensive teams in the country. Shouldn't be too much of a surprise.
Sarr, what a pass. Boozer blocked. Brown, no. And it'll be Michigan.
Reveal from the tournament selection committee. Iowa State getting the 4th #1 seed. A lot of people thought it would have been Houston, but the Cyclones grabbing that as a 1 seed.
And remember earlier today, you may have seen it on ABC, Arizona without Koa Pete with a big road win in Houston. Huge win for Tommy Lloyd's team.
And 2 straight games by Anthony Del Orso of 22 points.
Di Mara, how you going to stop that?
He's such a good passer. So Duke went one-on-one in the post with Boozer. He just turned over his left shoulder and shot right over him.
Just his second field goal attempt, his second make on the night. And Michigan back within 1.
And Maliq Brown almost had Isaiah Evans on a back cut.
Evans stopped by Gale. Shot clock down to 7. Sarr with Amara on him. Drives. Tried to dunk it. And a foul on Cameron Booth. A 5-point game. So where does Duke look offensively with Cam Boozer on the bench?
I think the issue is going to be they've got to keep Di Mara out of the lane, then attack the lane. And he's guarding Gungba. And so him setting those ball screens is going to be effective.
Knocked away. Still Duke ball. Brown has it and threw it into the backcourt. Duke will turn it over. And Michigan fans are on their feet, sensing a change in momentum.
Jon Scheyer going to come back with Isaiah Evans to get a little bit more shooting on the floor. That was not Duke's best offensive lineup.
They get a bucket here. This place is going to get really loud. Cadeau into Johnson. And no foul call. Out of bounds, though. Still Michigan ball with 4 on the shot clock.
Marez Johnson Jr. looking at the official saying, what, there wasn't enough contact there?
Cadeau to inbound. Tried to lob it to Mara and hit the side of the backboard. Inside 8 minutes to go. Timeout, Jon Scheyer. Kevin, thank you. A 5-point game here with 7:30 to go. Dan Schulman, Jay Billis, Chris Budden, who was right alongside the Michigan huddle during the timeout. Chris.
Dusty May during that last timeout trying to instill some confidence that we just got to hang around, guys. This is what we do. Grind out possessions. We've won ugly and we've won pretty. We just got to keep grinding. This is a team 5-0 when trailing at half.
It won't be pretty here tonight if they can win it. They have blown really good teams out by 20, 30, even 40 points. But they are in a fist fight tonight with Duke, and right now Duke is winning.
Well, Michigan can't hit a perimeter shot, and they've not really been able to get the ball to Yaxel Lendeborg in this second half.
Michigan now 4 for 21 from three-point range.
A good switch to stop that drive.
Evans puts it on the deck. Somehow got it to Brown, and he got blocked. Trey McKinney. And he got blocked by Brown at the other end. Michigan fans thought there was a lot of contact on that drive. The #1 and #2 defensive teams in America, and it has looked like it here tonight.
This has not been for the faint of heart. This has been a ridiculously physical game.
Evans, baseline pull up. It will go.
Just a little step back right over the outstretched arms of Lendeborg.
Cadeau, a strong drive. Foster, oh, what a shove. Cadeau went flying, but the basket is good.
That's surprising. That left arm came out. Cadeau went flying.
And it's up to 8. The largest lead of the game for the Blue Devils. Lendeborg surrounded. Johnson. Tip will go for Mara.
Just as that was coming off the rim, Adai Mara looked like he was being held a little bit and still was able to get that tip in. And Michigan right now can be aggressive. Michigan's only got 4 team fouls in this second half.
Duke's already got 9, so it's 2 shots the rest of the way on the next one for the Wolverines.
It's been tough to stay in front of Caleb Foster. Now here comes the ball screen.
Foster still going. Into Mara, no, and down with it, McKinney.
Well, he didn't make it, but that was an aggressive drive with body seeking from Foster.
Big possession here for Michigan, down by 6.
Got to get some movement with Mara having the ball.
And he got held and got